All right, we are live from the Contractors Edge, brought to you by our friends at Foundation Rescue Supply. I'm Mike Stiers.
I'm Anthony Brown.
And today we're sitting with Rob Stam from Nash Distribution. So, Rob, obviously, we know a lot about you. We've worked with you, throughout different cycles in your professional career. But I think, it'd be great for our audience to hear a little bit about you.
Absolutely. Yeah, I came in this industry, 7 or so years ago at Fortress Carbon Fiber. And came in, I had a business development consulting company for years, owned a marketing agency for a while, and sold that, and came into Fortress. It's funny, I was actually working in the marine world as a boat captain, doing yacht brokerage and stuff, and I was still doing a little consulting, and showed up in flip-flops and shorts to meet with the owners of Fortress, which who knew it actually perfect because they're big-time boaters. In fact, Ed, the owner of Fortress, and I run his boat, up the Mississippi River together and stuff, and so it's kind of a funny introduction, but they were explaining to me what they did, fix bowed basement walls, and I literally said, "What's a bowed basement wall?"
Right.
And so that's 7 years ago. That's what
You're not in the industry. You don't know.
Yeah, that's what I came into, and then learned a ton there, and then had the opportunity to join Nash back in August. But it's been a fascinating industry to step into, having most of my career in a wide variety of industries, from working with, as you know, from the marketing world, you get a single person realtor to a international manufacturing company. You get behind the scenes of a lot of interesting industries, and this one is unique in a lot of ways. It is amazing how, and I'm going to talk about this on Thursday in the conference too, but the Wild West mentality of there is no standardization. It is, agreed, each man for themselves, whatever you could sell works. And at the end of the day, when I came into this, the thing that was most interesting to me was the psychology of the homeowner. Yeah. And when we talk to contractors and how to position yourself, I think that's a lot of it, is understanding the value set, why homeowners make decisions they do, and how do we build companies from the contractor to the manufacturer to the distributor like Nash and FRS, man, competition. Friendly.
Is it feeling warming?
No, come on. I love those guys. So appreciate them sponsoring this. Really good guys. But all of us looking at collectively and go, how do we build a better industry? Because it is fragmented. And when you have an industry that has no standardization, that has free-for-all, the end result is often the homeowners suffer. Yeah. Right. Bad actors come in. We talk about this a lot in the NFRA meetings. Yeah. That you guys have been a part of, is that's the victim of a lack of standards and lack of good education. And so I think that's the calling we all have to embrace, right? And that's why I think these things matter too, is just to get contractors into that mindset of going, it's not just about, throwing stuff at people's houses and getting the check and getting the commission check and celebrating. There's too much of that. There's too many industries out there taking advantage of homeowners. And I think we need to be one that realizes the importance of what we do and raise the bar. So that's the mission.
Yeah. And it's the fundamentals of the home too. It's like it is a scary thought to think that people are Wild West mentality. Yeah. The structure itself.
Well, and I think it's important, you touched on it, and you being, a new board member with the National Repair Association, obviously we spent some time, at the retreat, and it was exciting to learn more about you and see your passion and what you're bringing in, to the association. I was obviously there as a volunteer, just lending, marketing, perspectives, but the psychology of the homeowner does weigh into so much, and seeing, what Jay's pushing forward, and obviously, bringing in these attorneys and insurance companies, and then understanding your insight as well. It's like, it's very interesting, but it takes all of these people really pushing in the same way to help the contractors so that we can kind of offset this homeowner mentality of like, hey, these guys are going to come in. And you see it in the news, right? Yeah. Someone comes in, they take a deposit, hefty. Yeah. Might start some stuff, bang down, some drywall, whatever, and then all of a sudden they're out. Yeah. You can't even find them anymore. And they've done it repeated over and over. So then a homeowner has this bad feeling. And it's an educational process.
Well, I love the psychology, and that was part of what drew me to marketing years ago when I had my agency. In a lot of marketing is psychology, right? That's ultimately what it is. I always said it's math, psychology, and then creativity. And most people get it backwards. So when you look at the psychological component to it, every decision we make is based on perceived value, not actual value, perceived value. Yeah. And in business, you can manipulate that, or you can honor it, right? Yeah. And I think there's way too much manipulation in a lot of home services industries. And so at Nash, one of the things I really wanted to do was to put us in a position where we could raise the ethical standard of that. Great. And some of that is products and hybrid, but ultimately it comes down to education. It comes down to setting standards that start to mean something to homeowners. That when you look at something like the NFRA, it has credibility to a homeowner that they have that peace of mind, because there is so much bad work happening. There's so many people disservicing homeowners, people who have no business fixing a foundation, doing it. And that is from manufacturer to contractor. We see it. There's also some great companies doing great work, great manufacturers and great contractors. And so if we can establish something that has meaning, that we create that value that says, if the NFRA stamp is on this company, right, it means something to me. As a homeowner, I know somebody's going to take care of us. I think that the more of us as companies, whether it be distributors, manufacturers, contractors, get together and support that cause, the more we keep the bad actors out. And it creates a platform for better work, for better innovation.
Agreed.
And I think that's ultimately what excites me about the industry. And again, it all comes from being outside this industry. I've never seen something with so little standardization. I've never found an industry that didn't have an association. I came in, I remember talking at Forkton, somebody needs to get an association together. And then I found the NFRA and said, oh, there is one. It just needs to grow. So, but I think that's really, to me, what it comes down to. Everything we do is based, how do we raise the bar? Rise all there is to it.
Yeah, and one thing I think is like super exciting to me is that it's not only you that's now dedicated yourself into the NFRA as well and helping to improve the standards. Your wife is actually a part of it.
Yeah.
So like
she went to work for me.
With the NFRA. She's helping to contact these contractors to make them aware of the NFRA and really get them to be a part of that. And the way that, Jay has all of this structured, I'm like, it's brilliant, because if we can actually reach more contractors and get more people to be aware of the NFRA, we can continue to raise these standards. It benefits all of the vendors, everyone that's absolutely part of this as well. And ultimately the contractors grow with this education, having access to great products, learning about people like you and like what you bring to the industry. And then that carries on to the homeowner.
Yeah.
So it's all like a perfect circle.
Well, and I think the thing that every small business owner fears is overregulation, right? That's the last thing we want. You hear how many people complain about all the permitting else, and you see that in bigger cities, and that's the fear when you have an association come in. It's going, oh, is this going to lead to regulation and that kind of stuff? It's actually just the opposite. The more we raise the standard, the less we have to worry about that. It's when the standards slip that regulation it ruins your industry.
100%. You really don't want that big headline that we talked about a couple of years ago, that collapsing apartment building.
Yeah, that's right.
Those are the big headlines there to like sweep in.
Yeah. How does this happen? And that's the last thing anybody wants. So it is so important to me. We could sit here and we talk about products and advantage, all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, I'll go back to that. The decisions are made based on perceived value, in that we honor that and not manipulate it. And that is, if there's a message I could teach the contractor, it'd be that. It's like, respect that. This is people's hard-earned money. This is the safety and health of their families. Yeah. Don't go in just with a mindset of, how do I close this deal? And I hear so much of that, and it drives me absolutely bonkers, going, that is not the goal.
Right.
I agree. You build a successful company, you become profitable at the end of the day by doing good work, developing a good reputation. I'm just heartened to see so much of that in the industry. Of how do we quickly, it's all close. How do I get the customer to say yes to this and get the order? And I get it. It's business. We've got to sell stuff. But at the end of the day, I believe the companies that will stand are the ones who honor that value. What ultimately matters to a homeowner.
There's going to be a code,
100%.
Yeah.
It's standards. And it's saying, as an industry, as the NFRA, we're going to come together and we're going to set a standard of what good business looks like, what good foundation repair and waterproofing looks like, but also just how good business is conducted. And when we do that, the bad actors fall away. Whether they're the small, guy who's just doing work on the side who has or the company that's coming in and all they care about is, stock price or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah.
They're bad actors come in every shape, form, in every size. So it's not to point fingers at any in particular, but it's to say we all win if we establish a standard. And we stick to it. We stick together, whether we're competitors, colleagues, whatever. Yeah. I love our competitors. It's a weird thing to say, but because we want to raise the bar. They're a good company to go. They're an asset. I talked about this last year at the conference. I said you have to view competition as an asset.
I was going to say, when is competition actually bad for like the overall health of an industry? Like when people are afraid of competition, it's because they're afraid of losing the competition.
It's insecurity.
Or being inspired. It's a race to the bottom. You can look at all those different scenarios. It's really crazy.
Yeah.
I don't want to do a disservice, obviously, for your time and representing CERT. Yeah. And I'd like for, the contractors that are listening to learn a little bit about Nash.
Yeah.
Like, what do you guys do? What's different? What products you offer? What's your footprint look like? So that they're aware.
Yeah. Appreciate that. Yeah. So, we've been using this little tagline, one source, every solution. The goal of Nash is to really be a hub, obviously for products, for a distribution company. So everything foundation repair from your helical piers to waterproofing, encapsulation, all the products. And that's a big task. We've made a lot of improvements to the company over the last year or so. Did a lot of operational things, really trying to be strong in the logistics side of things. To reliability and simplicity is the battle cry. Is how do we improve in that area to really be the source that people in contact go, I know they're going to take care of me. They answer my questions, have the products we need. Yeah, just be a really easy company to do business with. But ultimately, it is how do we, no pun intended, but become a foundational part of people's business. Just to say we are your supply chain, we are the ones you can count on. And that's part of why we position ourselves with the NFRA, why Nash has chosen a title sponsor this year, is because we believe this is a critical component. And there's a lot of us doing trainings and education. It's all good and it's all good intent. But if we come together as all these distributors and manufacturers and say, hey, let's all get better and let's contribute to this, that's part of that toolbox that we want to offer as Nash. So a big part for us was to not just focus on how do we sell our products, but how do we offer what contractors really need. And that's our commitment as a company. Great team of people. That was the coming into Nash last August. That was the greatest thing I experienced. To walk in and go, this is a great team of people. Absolutely fantastic. Every single one I worked with has been great. Love the customers. They're passionate. They want to take care of the customers. Knowledgeable and know way more than I do. Yeah, good. I don't want to know.
Nice to have.
Well, yeah. The worst thing for a guy in my position is to have all the answers. So I like to have just a fantastic group of people like that. So yeah, we're doing some fun stuff. Obviously we've been doing the Foundation Fixers TV show, which is again designed to
so cool.
Engage homeowners, but to highlight great contractors, and to really give homeowners kind of an entertaining way to learn. So that's something that Nash has supported, and I've been honored to be a part of that from the get-go. And the roadshow, we've got Clark, one of the long-standing guys at Nash. He's out there with the truck and trailer. That'll be out here tomorrow afternoon, but that's kind of fun. So having a trailer full of products that travel around the country. We're doing a lot of cool loyalty program stuff that we're rolling out this year. So a lot of things, and of course the product portfolio, some great stuff. The Westinghouse line is that we're proud of that we developed, and that's getting stronger. Everjack, we've increased our helical pier, lines. We've added some new lines this year, so a lot of new products coming in. So yeah, like I said, one source, every solution. That's the goal.
Yeah. Well, how do people get in touch with you? How do they go and learn more about, the products, services?
Yeah. Distribution. Follow us. We do a lot of activity on LinkedIn and social media. Obviously we love subscribers to the Nash YouTube channel and the Foundation Fixers YouTube. So that's where they find us. And then anybody can reach out anytime. My email is rstam at Nash Distribution. Anybody wants to connect and chat. I love engaging conversations like this, and anything we can do to help. But we're always going to look at things. I just had this conversation this morning at breakfast. I'm a reverse engineer guy. I'm going to look at the homeowner, and everything we do is backwards from there. At the end of the day, we want homeowners to say, we had a good experience with a foundation repair contractor. Yeah. And hopefully Nash supplied them with product, and hopefully they got educated through the NFRA and were engaged. But that's where it all starts, is